Good day everyone, I'm Hurley of Borify Reviews here, back at it again with my review for the 7Hz Elua, but this time it's the Elua Ultra. So basically, this is the non-HBB collab edition of the Elua, since the first Elua, from what I remember, is a collaboration of 7Hz and HBB, or Hawaiian Bad Boy, or Bad Guy Good Audio Reviews, as most of you know. Okay, but before I proceed, I'd like to thank Linsol for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again and again, I won't be editing this extensively. English isn't really my native language, and at the same time, I usually write reviews, or I prefer writing reviews rather than recording them. Okay? Okay, so to give you an idea, the 7Hz Elua Ultra costs around 30-ish dollars from what I remember. It's around 20 to 30-ish US dollars, or within that price range. So basically, it is still within the same price tag as what the first Elua had. The only difference that I can see from on the surface, without the marketing tags that they have put on the internet, is the design. Mostly the design on this one is, in my opinion, far better than the first Elua, but maybe that's just me. Okay, but again, before we proceed, we'll proceed with the box first. So again, the box here is just like the first Elua, but as you can see, it has the different, it is quite different in terms of the overall looks, which I will present later on. So as you can see, it is the Elua Ultra. Okay, the 7Hz Elua Ultra, and here's the specifications. It is in 19 ohms, 108 decibels. So it is pretty much easy to drive, so you won't be having any problems driving the 7Hz Elua Ultra properly. But for good measure, I'd like to recommend at least 2 VRMs of power for this one, or for any other IEM that I have reviewed for the past, I don't know, years, since they tend having a 2 VRMs dongle with your 2 VRM source is future proofing it, just in case you buy or purchase an IEM that has a little bit some hardness or difficulty to be driven properly with. So yeah, but maybe that's just me. You can still use whatever you want, but I do recommend that these 2 VRMs of power. I recommend pairing this with the Venture Electronics Devastator, for example, or probably the Venture Electronics Odo, or probably any newer J Kali dongles that exist under 20 US dollars, so to speak. Okay, okay. So here's the inclusions, or everything that it comes with. In the usual 7Hz fashion, you still get these sets of ear tips. I personally would like to commend 7Hz for this one, because they always use this color coded ear tips, which I really like, for me to distinguish which is larger and which isn't, since most of the time I'm having a hard time on comparing which is the largest and which is the smallest, or which is the medium, because most ear tips do not have an indicator on what size they are. So there's that. So props to 7Hz for that one. And on this one, I use the Deeper Fit, I believe. Yeah, this is the Deeper Fit ear tips, which is the color black. And as you can see here, here's the cable. The cable is just fine. It does the job. It is on the thinner side of things. It is quite simple. It is the same cable, from what I remember, as what the 7Hz HBB Elua. From what I remember, this has the same cable to it. So it isn't really that bad for the price, but it isn't the best either. I've seen better cables than this one for this price range. So there's that. It isn't really a bad thing to me. So there's that. Okay, now uh here's the faceplate, or the IEMs itself. My god, I do like the design on this one. It looks, it looks glorious. It looks exquisite, magnificent. I haven't seen an IEM that has the same design as this one. This for sure is really nice. And yes, by the way, this is in 2DD, so you'll be able to see the two dynamic drivers there, just like the first Elua from what I remember. So yeah, so there's that. So for the design, I personally love the design on this one. It is very unique and very minimalist in terms of the brand that you'll be seeing. You only see the number 7 here, which is a really good thing. And on a side note, I would like to apologize for my nails. I haven't cut my nails yet, so yeah. But yep, I do like the design on this one. As you can see, it really looks elegant. It looks like it came straight out from a if you know the game Blasphemous, or probably the Castlevania, any castle themed game, or any castles in general, it does look like it belongs to that one. So there's that. Okay. Okay, now as for the fit, comfort, and isolation, this pretty much falls within the same ballpark as what the 7 hertz XHBB Elua had, so you won't be having any problems when it comes to the fit, comfort, and isolation. It is on the larger side of the spectrum, in my opinion. It is on the medium-ish side of the spectrum. Sorry, in my opinion. So any sizes of ears, I believe, as long as you are not a toddler or something like that, will fit the Elua Ultra just fine. Personally, it is on the average to smaller side on my ears when it comes to the fit, comfort, and isolation, which is quite understandable because I have a large set of ears. Okay, okay. Now, as for this sound, so what's the sound of the 7 hertz Elua Ultra compared at least to the HBB Elua? Okay, okay. So 7 hertz marketed the 7 hertz Elua Ultra as something, or as an IEM that has a Harman-ish sound signature. According to their marketing, they kind of refined the upper frequencies well, for it not to sound a little bit thin, or a little bit too shouty, or probably a little bit harsh compared to the first Elua. Personally, I do not find that harshness, or is I do not find any harshness or peaks at all from what I remember on the first Elua. But at the same time, my ears are only it is my ears are subjective, of course, as all ears are, and at the same time, most people in the community address these situations. So 7 hertz did a revision and named it the Elua Ultra. Actually, it isn't really a, a revision or something like that, in my opinion, because the Elua Ultra is a completely different IEM when compared to the first Elua, which is a good thing. I usually don't like some patches or some like revision and a version this, that, and those on most IEMs that I review, because I want things to be consistent. And 7 hertz Elua Ultra, despite being doing that ultra addition to the name, or probably the Pro Max gaming on most IEMs, the 7 hertz Elua Ultra, in my opinion, is a very different IEM compared to the HBB Elua. So that's a really good thing. And yes, 7 hertz Elua Ultra is a Harman sounding set. So for those people that prefer Harman neutral, those people that prefer the thick U-shaped warm sound, non-fatiguing sound signature, rejoice, because this one is for you. If you're looking for a warm sounding, well balanced sounding IEMs on a budget. Okay? Okay. Now as for the bass on this one, it is very thick, it is chunky, and at the same time it is well presented. It isn't as bassy as what the 7 hertz legato has, but at the same time it isn't lacking either. To give an idea, the Tanch Jim Bunny has way lesser bass when compared to the 7 hertz Elua Ultra, and that is understandable because both of these sets really exhibit different sound signatures or different sound approaches to them. But yeah, for the most part, the bass on the 7 hertz Elua Ultra is it is elevated, it is chunky. The decay and the attack on this one is on the average side of things. Base heads on a budget will probably enjoy this, but at the same time, as time pass by, probably they will ask, or they will need something a little bit more visceral, or a little bit more bass heavy compared to the Elua Ultra when they are looking for a bass headset. Okay? Okay. If I were to nitpick, however, I find the bass on the 7 Hz Elua Ultra a little bit soft to my liking when it comes to the attack and decay. But at the same time, those softness to it adds that character to the overall sound, wherein the sound is smooth, easygoing, probably laid back to some people, warm. So I do believe it is well tuned. But yeah, for personally, I prefer it to have the bass to have a little bit more punch to it. Probably to have a little bit more mid bass character to it, or a little bit more mid bass presence to it. But yeah, overall, for the most people, you won't be having any problems with the 7 Hz Elua Ultra. In fact, I did really enjoy my time reviewing these and observing these rather. Okay, okay. Now as for the mids on this one, it is still there. Yes, it is present as most Harman sets are. But if I were to really be specific or nitpick, the mids is a little bit recessed, which is understandable, but it isn't like drowned, boxy, or something like that. I'd say it is well placed, probably because the bass and the treble is a little bit more uh, present, or a little bit more forward than the mids. Hence, that's why I call it U-shape. But for Harman sounding sets, it is mostly, or most of the time, U-shape to my preference and to my liking, and uh, to my observation, and to some people as well. Okay, so the lower mids on this one, it is warm, it is thick, it is non-offensive, not at all. Um, so expect thick vocals from Sam Smith, probably Bruno Mars as well, and Brendan Urie, which is quite unusual. But yeah, if I were to nitpick on this one, a little texture, a little bit detail would be nice. But then again, uh, I am nitpicking on a sub 40 or sub 30 USD IEM, so that's a little bit unfair generally. But yeah, okay. Now as for the upper mids are definitely elevated when compared to the lower mids, but not by a lot actually. The upper mids on this one still exhibits that clarity, that sparkle, that air to it, but I wouldn't call it airy. I wouldn't call it sparkly. I wouldn't call it like crystal clear or critically clear. It is even far from sounding bright to my ears. So those ears that have a very sensitive uh, that have a very sensitive tolerance to treble or boosted upper frequencies, rejoice in the sense that you won't be having it here with the Elua Ultra. It is a very smooth and easy going IEM for me. Okay? Now, as for the treble in this one, it is again just like the upper mids. It is well extended, but I wouldn't call it bright. I wouldn't call it too extended. I wouldn't call it shimmery or anything like that. It isn't that shimmery at all. I wouldn't call it dark either, but some people may find it a little bit boring to their liking when it comes to to the treble. Nevertheless, for a sub 40 US dollar or sub 30 US dollar, the Elua Ultra performs. Okay? Okay. So, the detail retrieval on this one is average at best, or above average at times, but I wouldn't use it as as an IEM for critical listening, because it isn't really tuned for that. The tonality is much more better than this one, than the technical chops on the Elua alone. Okay? Elua Ultra. Okay? Okay. Now, as for the technical chops, again, the technical chops is average at best. I wouldn't call it I wouldn't call it intricate or incisive, but it isn't also blunt. It isn't also smudgy either. I did not experience any those types of stuff while keeping the overall sound very bodied, which is a really good thing. The soundstage is your usual wider than deep with a good amount of height. Separation and layering is more or less the same compared to the sets that you'll find under 50 USD, with some instances of congested sounding on very busy passages. Imaging is accurate at best. I mean, it is quite precise when I used it when playing competitive games, so I had no problems with it, even on podcasts or something like that. Okay, okay. So where should we compare this? We'll just do a quick run on what the Elua Ultra, how the Elua Ultra fares well with the others under 40 or probably 50 US dollars. So we'll compare this first with the KZ Saga base edition. So when compared, the KZ Saga base edition is definitely a warmer, more laid back, more uh less cleaner sounding Elua Ultra. The cleanliness of the Elua Ultra for a warm set is very good. In my opinion, it is very good that the KZ Saga bass sounded like it is a muffled sounding IM, which in reality it isn't at all. So that's really a good thing. The fit and comfort is definitely on the better on the Elua Ultra because it doesn't exhibit any it doesn't exhibit a full metal housing when compared to the Saga base. But in theory, the durability is better on the Saga base when compared to the Elua Ultra, which is quite expected. But for the sound, the Elua Ultra is the more refined set out of the among these two IEMs. Okay? Okay. So where should we compare next? We should compare this next with the 7 Hz X Crinacle 02. Okay? When compared to the 7 Hz X Crinacle 02, the Crinacle 02 is definitely the more neutral sounding IM among these two sets with a very noticeable sub-bass boost. This in return, in my opinion, kinda made the bass of the 02 lack detail to my liking, especially in the mid bass part. While the 7 Hz Elua Ultra exhibits a very good tactile and visceral bass throughout. So if we're talking bass, I'd prefer the Elua Ultra. As for the upper frequencies, however, it is noticeable and to be expected that the 02 or the Clinical 02 has a better rendition and better clarity and better separation all throughout. So, yeah, for some technical chops, probably the 7 Hz X Clinical 02 would be the best option for you. But in general or in practice, I wouldn't use them for critical listening or analytical listening or something like that because again, they aren't tuned to be that way. Okay, okay. So where should we compare this next? We should compare this next with the first Elua, the 7 Hz X HBB Elua. Well, when compared, yes, I've already mentioned these before, but the first Elua is brighter. Yes, definitely brighter than the Elua Ultra. And yes, it isn't as soft and it isn't as bodied when compared to the Elua Ultra. So, for genre versatility, I prefer the Elua Ultra on that one because it is for everyone. Basically, it is for everyone up to the point that those people who seek an extra spice to it, to their to their sound character, or to their preferred sound, may find the Elua Ultra a little bit boring. But yeah, there's that. Okay, and lastly, we'll compare this to the Kefine Clean, the one of the best IEMs that I have recommended and reviewed for the past year. So when compared, the Kefine Clean is a more balanced, it is a more balanced, well composed IEM. It is also definitely cleaner. Yes, hence the name. It is a little bit more cleaner compared to the Elua Ultra. The metal shell on that one is also well machined, well precise in my opinion, while the Elua Ultra exhibits a metal plastic shell hybrid, which isn't really an issue because in practice and in reality, this is a little bit more comfortable to wear and at the same time lighter on the ears when compared to the first one. So yeah, that's it. That's also a good thing, but for those people who doesn't prefer Harman tune sets, well, good news for you. The Refine Clean is still it is still relevant in today's time. Okay, okay. So I'll switch to Tagalog for a quick rundown of the video or the summary. Okay, so bale si 7 Hz Elua Ultra is basically yung 7 Hz Elua pero wala yung HBB collab. Pero hindi siya technically the same kasi medyo iba yung tunog niya compared sa first Elua. Okay? So, around 1,500 pesos siya. Definitely, nasa dulong entry level ng IEMs or ng budget IEMs. Pero, About the same size siya as same price actually compared sa pinakaunang Eluwa. So that's a good thing kasi kahit man sabihin ko na ito yung pinakamurang marerecommend ko, marami pa rin tao na hindi afford. So, mas better, I mean, mas okay if mas magaguide ko sila ng maayos yung purchases nila. Okay? So, again, madali lang siya madrive, wala kang maging problem dito. And ito lang accessories niya, walang iba. So, that's quite sad. Kasi kung may pouch to, mas paldo. Pero, wala naman din ang problem doon. Okay, sa tunog niya, yung tunog niya Harman neutral. So mag-expect ka ng warm U-shape na makapal yung tunog na non-fatiguing. So yes, wala siyang sibilance, walang kahit ano. So yeah, kung gusto mo ng ganun tunog, magbunyi. Maganda yung tunog nitong 7 Hz Eluwa Ultra. But if okay, kung halimbawang gusto mo naman ng sabihin natin mas bright or mas extended yung treble, yung Eluwa Ultra is hindi para sa iyo. Kasi ito, yung buong tunog nito overall smooth lang talaga, walang sibilance, walang kahit ano. So, mag-enjoy yung mga bass heads at heart dito. Wala silang magiging problem, or ikaw kung bass head ka, wala kang magiging problem dito. Pero kung mahilig ka sa treble, additional treble spice, or probably gusto mo angat yung vocals mo talaga, may mga IM na iba na mas okay para doon. Okay? So, may re-recommend ko ba siya sa halagang under 1.5 or under 2K? Oo naman, definitely. No glaze or anything aside. Ano to eh, technically different flavor lang siya ng Kefine Clean when it comes sa overall quality, yung sa level ng quality. But, ayun nga, anong tawag doon, mas base ito. Yun kasi mas balance yung tunog. So, mamili na lang kayo. Okay? So, balik na ako sa English review ko for my final verdict. Okay. Okay. So, what's my final verdict here with the 7 Hz Eluwa Ultra? Well, the 7 Hz Eluwa Ultra, in my humble opinion, is probably one of the best. Yes, one of the best Harman sounding IEMs that you can get today. The first one, or the other one rather, being the EPZQ1 Pro, which also I really like. But when compared to that, the 7Hz Eluwa is a little bit more smoother, safer, and at the same time, doesn't have any weird driver quirks or timbre. Mainly because it is a 2DD IM. So that is quite understandable. But yeah, overall, if you're looking for a genre versatile, yes, a genre versatile, warm, thick sounding IEM, the 7 Hz Eluwa Ultra will be one of your best picks. Okay? Okay. So, yeah, and yeah, you can definitely use this as an everyday carry because for one, it doesn't exhibit, yes, it doesn't exhibit any driver quirks, and at the same time it is easy to drive, so you won't be having any problem pairing the 7Hz Eluwa Ultra with pretty much any neutral sounding IM that you can have, or probably warmer if you want things warmer. Okay, okay, and now that ends my review for the 7Hz Eluwa Ultra. Okay, I'd like to thank Linsol for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again, and again, I won't be editing this extensively. English isn't really my native language, and I prefer writing reviews than recording them. Okay, as for the backlogs, we do have a lot of backlogs here and there. We still have this one, the Tanch Gym Nora. We still have this one. Yep, fresh from the mail. The Zgat Luna. And at the same time, we also have some DD Hi-Fi products here and there, and Snowski USB docks here and there. So it will be a very, very busy backlogs as usual. And thank you for stopping by. Thank you for my listening to my ramblings, and see you on the next one. Isa pa? Last one.